Welcome to English Conversation Café. Learn English through natural conversations.
Okay, so real story. Last Tuesday, I sat down at my desk at 9 in the morning. Coffee, notebook, positive attitude. I was ready.
I already feel like this doesn't end well.
I told myself, I'll just check one thing on YouTube. 5 minutes, maybe 10. Then I'll get to work.
One thing.
It was 4 hours, Max. 4 hours.
How?
It started with a cooking video. Normal, right? Then there was a documentary about penguins. Then somehow I found this man in Norway who just builds log cabins in silence. No music, no talking, just cutting wood and stacking logs.
And you watch this?
I watched 4 of his videos. I don't even know how I got there. He doesn't say a single word. I don't speak Norwegian. I have absolutely no plans to build a cabin. And yet
You were completely hooked.
I completely frittered away my entire morning. Gone. I got absolutely nothing done. And the worst part? I wasn't even sorry.
You were actually enjoying it.
The man is a genius, Max. A silent Norwegian genius.
Welcome to English Conversation Café. I'm Max.
And I'm Haley. And yes, I'm still a little emotionally attached to that Norwegian cabin builder.
Today we're talking about something every single one of us has experienced. Wasting time. But more importantly, we're talking about how not to waste it.
We're going through some really powerful B2 to C1 expressions that native English speakers use when they talk about time, priorities, productivity, and, let's be real, procrastination.
By the end of this episode, you'll be able to talk naturally about how you manage your time, describe what gets in the way, and give advice to someone who really needs to hear it. Real, natural English, not textbook phrases.
And maybe you'll feel a little called out, in a good way.
Before we dive in, if you're watching on YouTube, please hit the like button and subscribe. It genuinely helps us reach more English learners around the world, and it means a lot to us. We put everything into these episodes, and your support keeps us going.
New episodes every week. Don't miss them. Okay, let's get into it.
So, wasting time. I think we all have a complicated relationship with this.
Complicated is the right word, because on the surface, it sounds simple. Don't waste time, be productive. Easy. And yet,
And yet,
I used to think I was pretty good at managing my time. I felt busy. I was always doing things. But then I actually started paying attention to what I was doing all day. Like really paying attention. And it was humbling.
in what way?
Like, I was busy, but I wasn't progressing. There's a difference, right? I was moving, but I was spinning my wheels, you know? Lots of energy going out, not much actually getting done.
I went through something very similar a couple of years ago. I had a large project, a whole series of lessons I needed to create, and I kept working on it every single day. Long hours. Felt completely exhausted by the evening.
But
But weeks passed, and the project wasn't moving forward. Because I kept starting new sections before finishing the old ones. I was stretching myself too thin, doing a little bit of everything, not enough of anything.
that's the worst feeling. Working hard and still feeling behind.
Exactly. And that's when I started really thinking about what wasting time actually means. Because it's not always obvious.
It's not like you sit down and say, today I'm going to waste my entire morning. It just happens.
And sometimes, the things that feel the most productive are actually the biggest traps.
Like what?
Like spending an hour reorganizing your desktop folders instead of starting the actual project. Or rewriting your to-do list for the 3rd time instead of doing the items on it.
Oh no, I do both of those.
We all do. It feels productive. It looks productive. But really, you're just dragging your feet.
Avoiding the harder thing.
the thing that actually matters.
I do this with emails. I will spend so long organizing, sorting, color-coding everything, and the one reply that needed to go out 2 days ago, still sitting in my drafts, unsent.
The folders are beautiful, though.
Absolutely gorgeous, completely useless.
So let's talk about the patterns, the actual ways people waste time, because I think understanding the pattern is half the battle.
Because you can't fix something you haven't noticed yet.
Exactly. And some of these patterns are sneaky. They disguise themselves as productivity.
The false busy trap. You feel busy, you look busy, but you're spinning your wheels. No real movement. And the frustrating thing is, the effort is real. You are tired at the end of the day.
It's just misdirected.
And honestly, that can be more exhausting than doing nothing. Because at least when you do nothing, you get some rest.
That is a surprisingly philosophical point.
I have my moments.
Okay, another pattern, and I think this one is very 21st century. Going down a rabbit hole.
Oh, extremely modern. You start searching for one thing, and 3 clicks later, you're reading about something completely unrelated. And the worst part? It doesn't feel like wasting time.
It feels fascinating.
Right. It feels like learning. But 2 hours later, nothing you actually needed to do is done.
And the rabbit hole isn't always bad. Sometimes you find something genuinely useful. But when it becomes a habit, when it replaces the real work, that's the problem.
It becomes an escape route. A very educational feeling escape route.
Exactly. Okay, what about stretching yourself too thin? This one is a big one.
Personal experience.
Tell me.
Last year, I said yes to everything. Every project, every collaboration, every favor anyone asked. I thought, I'm capable. I can handle this.
But
But I was spread so thin that nothing got my full attention. Everything was half done. And I had this constant low-level panic because I was always behind on something.
that's such a common trap, especially for people who genuinely care. You want to help, you want to do well, so you keep saying yes. But there's a point where more becomes less.
Diminishing returns.
Exactly. The more you take on, the less you can give to each thing. And then you feel like you're failing at everything, even though you never stopped working.
Extremely cruel.
Very. Okay, I want to try something here. A quick role-play scenario.
Yes, I love a scenario.
Haley, you are my employee. It's Monday morning. You have one task this week. A big presentation, due Friday. 4 full days. What do you do first?
Okay, so first I'm going to need to properly set up my workspace.
Of course.
Clean my desk, rearrange a few things, get a fresh notebook, because you can't start a major project in an old notebook. That's just science.
That is not science.
Then I'll make coffee. Then I'll just quickly check my emails, make sure there's nothing urgent. Then I'll reread the brief one more time just to feel really prepared.
Haley, what day is it now?
It's Wednesday.
You have 2 days left.
I know. But I was getting ready.
This, right here, is dragging your feet. You weren't being lazy. You were busy the whole time. But you were doing everything except the one thing that actually needed doing.
Because the actual thing was scary. Starting is scary.
Exactly. The bigger the task feels, the more creative we get at avoiding it. And the avoidance feels productive, which is what makes it so dangerous.
So what's the fix? As my extremely patient boss.
Extremely patient.
Come on, what would you tell me?
Stop frittering away your time on tasks that feel safe and comfortable. Do the hard thing first thing in the morning, when your energy and focus are at their highest.
There's actually a great expression for this. Eat the frog. Do you know it?
Eat the frog?
It means do your hardest, most dreaded task first. The idea is, if you have to eat a frog today, the sooner you eat it, the better the rest of your day feels.
That is a deeply unpleasant and completely accurate expression.
Welcome to English Idioms.
So, in the presentation scenario, what's the frog?
Opening the document. Writing the first slide. That terrifying first moment of actually beginning.
Which, once you do it, is never as bad as you imagined.
Never. I have never started something and thought, wow, that was worse than I expected. It is always the opposite.
The anticipation is always worse than the reality.
Every single time.
So we've talked about the patterns: spinning your wheels, rabbit holes, overcommitting, dragging your feet. But I want to spend some time on the positive side, because the goal isn't to be perfectly productive every single hour.
Right. That would actually be exhausting. And also not human.
The goal is to be more intentional, to make the most of the time you have, whether that's for work or for rest. Both matter.
And I think the starting point is awareness, which sounds obvious, but it is genuinely harder than it sounds.
Have you ever tried a time audit?
Tell me more.
It's where you track everything you do for a full day or a full week. What you did, how long it took, how you felt doing it. And then you look back at the data honestly.
And get very humbled.
Usually, yes. Most people believe they're spending more time on important things than they actually are.
I did something like this once. I thought I had about 6 focused hours of real work each day. Productive, output-generating hours.
And?
Maybe 3. The rest was meetings that could have been an email, social media, rereading things I'd already read, and a lot of staring at my screen looking very busy while doing absolutely nothing.
The professional screen stare.
Extremely convincing, completely empty.
But here's the important part. Once you actually see where the time goes, you can make real choices. You can't change what you haven't noticed.
And there's something else worth saying here. Protecting your time. Being deliberate about it. Because time will fill up with whatever you let in.
If you don't decide what matters, other things will decide for you.
Other people's urgencies. Notifications. Requests that feel important but aren't. And you get to Friday and think, I was busy every single day, but did I actually move forward on anything that matters to me?
That question is worth sitting with.
It is. And the answer can be uncomfortable.
But I also want to say, and this is really important, rest is not wasting time. Watching something you love, spending an afternoon doing nothing, being with people you care about, these are not wastes.
Yes, this is so important. There is a whole culture around productivity that makes you feel guilty for resting, and that is genuinely toxic.
If you never rest, you burn out. And a burned out person wastes far more time than a rested one.
Real waste is when you fritter away time on things that give you nothing. Not progress, not rest, not joy. Just emptiness. Mindless scrolling at midnight when you're not even enjoying it.
Right. There's a real difference between genuine rest and just killing time.
That distinction is actually kind of life-changing when you think about it.
I think so too. The question isn't just, was I productive today? It's, did I use my time in a way that was worth it? For work or for rest?
Intentional. Just be intentional.
And stop stretching yourself so thin that there's no time left for the things and the people that actually fill you up.
Including Norwegian cabin builders.
Including Norwegian cabin builders.
Okay, we want to hear from you now.
Think about your own week, honestly. Where do you think you waste the most time? Is it going down rabbit holes online? Saying yes to too many things and stretching yourself too thin? Dragging your feet on something you know you need to start?
Or maybe you found a brilliant way to make the most of your time, and you want to share your trick with the rest of us, because we could genuinely use the help.
We really could. Drop your answer in the comments. We read every single one, and hearing from you genuinely makes our week. Your comment might also help someone else who's dealing with the exact same thing.
All right, cafe rewind time. Let's go back through the 6 expressions we used in today's conversation.
These are all natural, high-frequency expressions you'll hear from native speakers at B2 to C1 level. Let's go.
Expression number 1, spin your wheels.
To spin your wheels means to work hard without making real progress. You're putting in a lot of effort, but you're not moving forward. Like a car stuck in mud with the engine running. The wheels turn, but you go nowhere.
So if your friend has been trying to start a business for months but keeps getting stuck, you could say, "You're spinning your wheels. Let's sit down and figure out a real plan." Your turn, say it. I've been spinning my wheels.
Expression number 2, go down a rabbit hole.
This means to start on one thing and get deeply pulled into something completely different, usually online. You follow one link, then another, and you end up somewhere totally unexpected. It actually comes from Alice in Wonderland, where Alice falls down a rabbit hole into a strange new world.
You might say, I was trying to research one thing and went down a rabbit hole for 2 hours. Try it. I went down a rabbit hole.
Expression number 3, stretch yourself too thin.
If you stretch yourself too thin, you take on so many commitments at once that you can't do any of them well. Think of a piece of dough being pulled too far. It loses its strength and eventually tears.
For example, she's managing 4 projects and 2 side jobs. She's really stretching herself too thin. Go ahead, say it. I'm stretching myself too thin.
Expression number 4, drag your feet.
To drag your feet means to delay doing something, often because you're nervous about it or you really don't want to start. You move slowly. You find other things to do. You avoid the moment when you actually have to begin.
You could say, he's been dragging his feet on that decision for weeks. He just needs to commit. Try it. Stop dragging your feet.
Expression number 5, fritter away.
To fritter away means to waste time or money gradually on small, unimportant things. It's not one big mistake. It's many small ones that quietly add up over time until you realize the time is gone.
Like, I frittered away the whole morning on social media and didn't realize until noon. Your turn. I frittered away my time.
And expression number 6, make the most of.
To make the most of something means to use it as fully and well as you possibly can, to get the best possible result from the time, opportunity, or situation you have. Don't let it go to waste. Use it well.
You might say, we only have one day in the city, so let's make the most of it. Say it. Let's make the most of it.
And that is a wrap on episode 62 of English Conversation Café.
Thank you so much for spending your time with us today, and we genuinely hope you make the most of it.
You have been waiting the whole episode to say that.
Since the welcome section. Honestly.
Okay, but real talk. Don't let this episode be something you passively watched and then moved on from. Use the expressions. Say them out loud. Try to use at least one of them this week, even just once. That's how they stick.
And if you haven't subscribed yet, please don't drag your feet on that.
So smooth.
Hit subscribe, leave us a like, and drop your answer to today's question in the comments. It genuinely means a lot to us.
We'll see you next week at the cafe. And remember, don't fritter away your Tuesday on YouTube.
Unless it's us.
Unless it's definitely us.
Take care, everyone. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you for listening. We hope today's conversation helped you understand real English better. Subscribe and join us for the next episode.